about us, please.
No, it's very, very nice and warm here in the studio. Don't worry.
It's not like the old SPO days.
No, we have upgraded a bit.
Yeah. All right, so ban and pick has started. Irelia.
Same sides again, by the way.
And Lucian banned by DragonX. DAMWON now, they're banning Rumble.
That was where they banned Lee Sin in Game 1. So you have the opportunity for Lee Sin to sneak by.
Yeah.
If they ban Akali again.
And, well, LeBlanc now going to be banned away. Will Syndra make it through the draft phase? I feel like I would really like to see Showmaker or Chovy on Syndra. Okay.
Or Akali, if it does make it through. Both these players have had... What?
Ooh, is that signaling a Karthus
Oh.
could be on the way? I'm not...
That's Canyon, right?
It is Canyon. We'll see.
Have we even had a Karthus yet in the KeSPA Cup?
No, it's Korea.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Although, I know that even some pros from EU and NA think Karthus is bad, too. It's just very strange. You know, they say that opinions can't be wrong. Well, they can be. All right.
They haven't pressed star yet.
Okay, this is actually really nice to see. Akali first pick, and instantly Gangplank being hovered. Now, he's able to follow her mid or top and answer her in both. And, you know, I think it was the last series, right? I talked about where's Gangplank.
Yeah.
And it's really... Oh, okay, so they're going for the pirate synergy.
Yeah. They're stacking up the gold.
Now, some people would probably think, like, oh, you can go Vladimir here against GP. No, Vlad doesn't beat GP. He doesn't beat him early. He doesn't beat him mid-game. He beats him later in the game. It's slightly favored. It's like 65-35 or something, Vladimir.
Yeah, even then it's not a blowout.
Right, GP can do things to win it if Vlad does make a mistake. But you're obviously picking those champions for team comp reasons, not just in the isolated one-on-one. So, Gangplank obviously a scaling menace, Misfortune as well. Rek'Sai now locked in for DAMWON, and both of these champions have to go in on the opponent. They must engage their short range, etc. Gangplank and Misfortune, what do they want to do? They want to sit back. They want to play defensively and then reach your backline with AoE. And DAMWON now picking up Xayah. Not the type of theme champion that necessarily does well against what GP and MF are offering right now. And now Elise. They pick Elise with GP.
You gonna be okay over there?
We're gonna be.
Let me get Achilles on the line.
Yeah, I'm gonna
have him fill in for the pick ban.
I think we're gonna need to call Papa on Discord. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through the night. Rakan.
We didn't even get to see Karthus.
It's really just strange. Rakan now banned away. Even though DragonX has counterpick R5, so you don't have to ban away the Rakan, you can just counter with stuff. But Thresh now banned away.
Morgana.
Morgana, here we go. Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Now, which variation?
Aatrox.
Hold on. Let me cut this up into some pieces here. Hold on. Let me rip this up.
Okay.
Hold on. Give me that pen real quick.
Yeah.
Give me it. Which one's it gonna be? Hold on. Got Tom. Nautilus. Hold on. Let me add a fourth one. Leona and Braum. Which one? Hold on.
No, you're too late. It's not.
No, don't tell me.
Oh, I already told you that.
All right, hold on. I'm shuffling them up. Now, what are they going to respond to Nautilus with? Now, Nautilus, interestingly, he adds a fifth one. Oh, there it is, actually. Blitzcrank. Ooh. Pike.
No way.
Now, what if they recap... Ooh, okay. Syndra's obviously really good. Okay. All right, choose a piece of paper. Valdez. Choose a piece of paper.
All right. Let me go ahead and choose a piece of paper.
Okay.
This one looks good.
Which one is
Nautilus.
that? Well, that one was already taken. Choose again. Choose
Oh,
again.
okay.
Quick. We only got 10 seconds.
Braum.
Braum.
Oh. Oh, Leona last second.
Foiled again. Hold on. There. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think that's gonna be a Nautilus mid.
No, it doesn't look like it.
We were close.
Right up to the last second, and then Leona came in and foiled it again. Oh, man. Kiana. Okay.
Okay. Well, we started off good, but we didn't quite make it all the way. Yeah, Middle East. All right.
Middle East. What you do is you repel when the when the ult comes out. It's good play.
Man.
All right, you gotta call it here.
Hold on. I got 30 seconds. I'm trying to
calculating.
I am. Hold on.
What's it gonna be? Who's got the lead in the draft?
Thinking Valdez.
10 seconds. You're almost out of time.
I am almost out of time.
I know what you're referring to.
It's honestly just so weird. It's another one of those game 1 drafts. It really is another one of those game 1 drafts. I'm gonna say that it's DragonX, but it really is another one of those game 1 drafts.
Another 55-45, you'd say?
I think it's like 60-40.
Okay, so a little bit extra of a lead compared to game 1 in the draft, given by LS here over to DragonX. Once again, we'll see if they can close it out 2-0, or if we're going all the way to midnight. Oh, guys. Guess what? Guess what? It's a pause time.
I am so
I think
excited.
I think you finally got caught, LS, reading the script. I think they finally caught you, and they're coming over to remove you from the broadcast.
No. Listen. Listen. It's gonna be fine.
Okay. Now,
also, by the way, if DragonX lose this game, I'm going to be really sad. I have a 100% draft prediction rate so far in KeSPA Cup.
Okay.
Hopefully,
well, we're going to find out
here.
If that streak will continue as the pause is done, and we're jumping into game right now. There you go. Finally getting their cheerleaders in order. Maybe they're just a bit pumped up after game number 1. DragonX absolutely styling on DAMWON. It was close for a moment in time, but as you mentioned, once the Kiana kind of ruined her path and then ran straight into the enemy jungler and top lane with no flash, it was almost like it was over from there. Hoping that Canyon can have a bit more of an impact here in game 2.
Well, Canyon's going to be on the rec side. Now, the onus is actually on Pyoshik this time around to try to make some things happen. The Syndra should be completely fine as a standalone, but the bot lane and the top lane have to be juggled very well because of Gangplank once he has that level 6, as well as the Kiana He's probably never going to be seen inside of the lane. So we'll see. It looks like maybe they want to try to do something very cheesy early on. I'm not entirely sure.
Looks like they're scanning for the ward, and
Okay.
it's actually going to lay down a zombie ward to follow that up. So very specific positioning there with the scanner to make sure that they could take out that ward. Nice little early level 1 play from DragonX.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens here early. Mountain Dragon is the first one to spawn. So this is the kind of game where if you're a DragonX fan, you want Infernal. You want an Infernal Soul to come up, and if you're a DAMWON fan, you really wanted Mountain or you want Ocean. Either one of those would be completely fine and acceptable. And Gangplank's actually getting shoved in here, so did not see what happened, obviously, level 1. But this is definitely strange.
Yeah, looks like Akali Nuguri did push early on, which got her level 2, and the trade started going her way. Gangplank not really able to take dominance over the lane and really push her out with parlays or anything like that. Pyosik going for a very roundabout route. Remember, they scanned the ward early on, but now he spots Canyon going into his own jungle, so they're going to go back here and try to collapse onto Canyon. Oh, and he's standing still. The perfect setup here on a Canyon, who is going to tunnel and try to get out of this one with the flash, and he should be able to. Really nice start and setup from Pyosik. Not able to get the kill, but chopping down Canyon and taking his flash.
Yeah. And so Canyon is going to be down his flash, which does really hurt his early engages, but it's not the end of the world. Remember, Pyosik has to try to get more stuff going. Deft and Kyria have a really good lane state down there. Pyosik, I'm not totally sure what he's doing right here. Just going to chunk Showmaker a little bit, actually attack the Monopool as well. Doran has to be really... Oh, clipped him, actually.
Yeah, Nuguri actually taking a bunch of damage here. They're going to try to 2-on-1. The knockup comes in. Doran trying to eat the oranges and do the damage, but there's no more. And First Blood will come in as the path from Canyon, very interesting. Another fight in the bottom side. Dredgeline is going to come in. Deft and Kyria really trying to push the level of play down here in the bottom side. Very aggressive. But the pathing from Canyon went from nearly dying in the bottom river to immediately going top. And I guess that caught Doran off guard.
Yeah. Doran now trying to get this wave crash, but Nuguri does have the teleport available. And Kyria, Deft now, they have a crash wave. They could just recall here and run straight back down to bottom, and it would be in a good lane state, but instead they're going to plant a ward on the golems, and then they're going to elect to actually stay.
Oh, engaged down here as in goes the Leona. Barrel taking a lot of damage, but so is Kyria. The flash away. Nuclear's got the advantage in health and is going to push Deft out of this one, even though he is down a level. Finally gets that level 4. Chovy on the roam here at level 5, thinking about it, not going to commit to the bottom side, and will return to the mid lane.
Now Canyon's actually running up here.
Doran has flash still.
Doran does, yeah, Doran still does have flash, but Doran is definitely dead. Yeah.
Not going to, okay, now he's gonna flash after getting that speed boost from the barrel. Attempting to get away, but the follow-up flash from Nuguri should be enough to shut him down, and there it is. Nuguri will pick up the kill. And that is 0-2 already for Doran in the top lane at 5.5 minutes.
He is not piloting this laning phase as well as he could. Showmaker just barely missing the QE right there. He is down in XP to Chovy. Well, actually, we'll see. Chovy just dinged 6. This should be Showmaker's level 6 wave, but okay, he is. So, Canyon now going to start the blue buff for Showmaker. And meanwhile, now down in bot lane, they're probably wary of what could be going on. They don't have any intel on the right-hand side. You can see they're playing very far back.
Yeah, Just a matter of playing safe against a mid Kiana that can roam, plus Elise, who is fantastic at diving, so they go for the very safe play. They don't really lose much from doing that, but they're extremely safe, so seems to be a nice little win-win for them, although the bottom lane of Nuclear and Barrel is getting behind on CS compared to Deft here. Ooh, agree. Going on into this one.
You can't really do anything, and his lane state is just so terrible right now. Now this is definitely feels bad, man, if you are Doran in this game. And also mobility boots on the Kiana. And as a byproduct to the Gangplank falling behind, it also makes bot lane for DragonX fall behind, because when Gangplank's losing, he doesn't have as much control. His ultimate, obviously super valuable to bot lane as well. And obviously the Kiana would ideally like to have been able to have access to top lane as a place to roam to, but the laner is just so far behind, it's not really an option. And I think, yeah, Canyon gonna start the Mountain Dragon. And this is a very nice little pickup, even though they don't really itemize that many resistances. Syndra does have a Seeker's Arm Guard. Maybe it equates to an auto attack worth of health or something inside of a trade, so. Still sucks, though.
Still bad. Okay, we got that one. Infernal second is interesting, though. You were mentioning how DragonX would love an Infernal Soul. Multiple Infernal Dragons to come out, but it will be denied by it coming out here second. Does mean that it will be Ocean or Cloud.
Ocean is really good for DAMWON, if they can get it. And that's a GPL used on a wave. So DragonX are they're quite far behind right now. They're going to really need something explosive to happen here in the next 7 minutes, but nothing really going too well.
It's the sad state of affairs for a GP that dies twice in a lane against an Akali. That is, it got both of the kills, by the way, and is dominating that lane, had a freeze for a lot of it. The bottom lane here is the one shining light for the side of DragonX, already 29 CS with the wave crashing, so probably about 20 ahead, 21 or 22, but already at 9 minutes. That's a pretty big lead to have in here, as now we're going on to Showmaker. The flash of the stun! As, it misses, but it doesn't matter. As you and I have in the caster synergy on the awe, but he left us in awe with that amount of damage that can come out from a Kiana and an Elise. But again, the mechanics showing from the side of DragonX. Pioshik shutting that one down with the flash. Another trade in the bottom side. We've seen so many of these. Oh, a miss on the ultimate, and Beryl is going to be forced to flash. Keria does not have to use that flash. Actually, it's not even up for him just yet. Could have considered going after the Leona, probably would not have, as he was incredibly low as well with Misfortune out of range. Either way, we do have, at the same time, the Rift Herald picked up here by the Rek'Sai, and we'll take another look here at the flash.
Yeah, and you can just see Chovy, how he gets onto Showmaker, and that was a beautiful flash by Pioshik. And Showmaker just ends up going down. And trying to get this Kiana rolling is going to be pretty important for DragonX. Now, Infernal Dragon coming up in 2.5 minutes. Obviously, they would really, really, really like to get that. Even if it isn't the old Infernal Dragon, it's still an amplification for their assassins.
Okay, another fight down here. Beryl no longer having the flash, but no bullet time. Deft's really trying to chase him down. Chilling Smite going to deny it for now. Still on the chase is everybody from DragonX, really trying to flex their muscles in the enemy jungle.
And so this game is really a battle between top and bottom right now. Even though Doran died twice, he's doing really fine in the CO.
Oh, the knock up into the stun. See you later, Chovy. Had his flash, but could not get out of that one. Did not expect Rek'Sai to stick around And now with Shelly going to be dropped down here, attempting to get some plates for Showmaker. There it is, 2 plates going his way. 240 is going to be the charge.
Yeah. And now Nuguri and Canyon maybe want to try to make this kill happen. GP has ult available.
Okay, there's the knock-up Doran trying to trade it back here, and he's going to survive, but oh, the one last shot is going to get the kill. Just barely enough to take down Nuguri in the trade. The 2-on-1 dive ends up being a 1-for-1.
It ends up being a 1-for-1, and that's obviously very, very unfortunate for DAMWON. They also invested double flash into that right there, so ends up being a pretty big win for DragonX. Don't forget, Akali had a couple of kills on her at that point, so right now as it stands, only about 800 gold is the lead for DragonX, or is the lead for DAMWON. As we take a look at how it all transpires, Akali initially has aggro, but that Hex Drinker coming in clutch. With the Gangplank ultimate, Pioshik was running top lane as fast. Does he have Hex Tech Flash? What?
Who?
Pioshik.
Pioshik, yeah, he does. Hex Tech Flash Elise. We saw he's a guy that knows how to use his Flash. So maybe he can show us how Hex Tech Flash is done.
Well, this is roam timing right now for Chovy. Midwave is already crashed in. Doran doesn't have his ultimate available, but Infernal's actually coming up. Unfortunately for Chovy, doesn't have main item completion. They don't have teleport on GP. They don't have his ultimate, but it's really important that they get that Infernal Dragon. So Chovy obviously wants to shove in this wave and try to move towards the Infernal Drake.
Yep, Chovy maneuvering over towards that right now. Elise getting here before Canyon can. And it doesn't look like they're going to get there on time. Even an Engage coming in, they want to burst down that Rek'Sai, and they absolutely will. DragonX turning this game on its head immediately, picking up the Infernal Drake and a couple of kills. Wow, just like that, they pick off 2. The only unfortunate thing, though, is that Ocean Rift coming up here. DAMWON could still hold on if they can get some Ocean Drakes.
Well, and there's the Ocean, yeah, the Ocean Soul is the thing that I mentioned earlier on, so right now, DragonX, they got some plates right down there in bottom lane. They have the gold advantage. They got an Infernal Drake, and by the way, it gave MF, gave her 6 AD.
6 AD?
6. All right.
That's better than 4 armor that we saw earlier on today. So yeah.
Take a look here as Beryl and Canyon just going in blind. And honestly, it's not something that you can just do. So obviously they died there. You knew that your opponents were already on it. You were behind in prio. It's not imperative that you stop it. Yes, obviously DragonX likes the Infernal Dragon, but not the end of the world, especially because you already had a mountain. So some of the some of the Infernal damage is obviously getting nullified a little bit. And now Canyon, he's going to start up on Shirley. But second Herald, I mean, it's nice, but doesn't really do a whole bunch.
Yeah.
The tier 1 turrets for DragonX don't really mean anything for their team composition, as opposed to, let's say that was a Azir in mid lane or a Xerath. Obviously, he likes the comfort in the mid-tier 1 turret can add a thorn into an opponent's side. But when you have a team composition that's all about collapsing and flanks, it doesn't really matter what your tier 1 turrets or anything like that are. In fact, you would rather invite them further up the lane.
Yeah, so you can flank them better.
There you go. It's weird how that works.
Yeah, I know.
It's actually... well...
Yeah, and we've seen teams just give away Rift Heralds, especially on this patch. I forget who did it earlier. I think it was T1. Was just like, nah, you can have it if you really want it that badly, sure. We'll get other stuff, and you're going to do like a little bit of damage to our tier 2. But we don't really care, you know?
Really, yeah, it doesn't amount to that much. You have to really view it not from an angle of like, well, an objective fell. but rather how valuable was that objective?
What do objectives mean?
That really is the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Do they really exist? Let's call up Jaden Smith and ask him what he thinks. As objectives lose priority and power and importance, you should prioritize other things, like freezing.
Nice segue.
And Karthus.
Nice ad.
And Charles. I learned about Charles just before.
You did learn about
Yeah.
Charles. Charles is he's something.
Yeah. Do
We
you have
won't
to
see Charles.
use the Gentleman Cho'Gath skin?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
There's the Charles Darwin skin, which is the dinosaur Cho.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, and then there's just Charles, which is Gentleman Cho.
Okay.
And then there's Battle Cast Cho, which is Professor Charles Xavier.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
glad that you understand that. We won't be seeing any Charles in the LCK, though. They don't do new picks.
I think we saw him a couple of times last time. But after it happened once and lost, then they never played it again.
For those unfamiliar, Charles is Cho'Gath.
Yeah.
You're wondering. And Syndra has GLP. This is something that was discussed on Twitter by a few people. You can get the GLP, obviously makes your stuns a lot easier to land. But Ludens, I suppose in this instance, because you have assassins, you have people that are coming into you. You're not using Ludens as a siege item or a sustain teamfight item, so getting the GLP instead is Showmaker. 20 seconds until the Ocean Dragon. They have Gangplank Ultimate. Doran also going to have his Flash available, so really important for DAMWON. Okay, Barrel's not.
Okay, really trying to force this, and in fact, they are going to do a bunch of damage, but that is a stopwatch. As down will go the Rek'Sai, but where is the follow-up? Pyosik getting in there, trying to go to safety to Deft, as Deft is going to pick up the kill. Now Doran going mad mode in the backside. Nuguri not really finding the damage on that Assassin Akali, as Chovy is going to land that last one. Bit of damage comes out and forces that flash, and Keria showing up for the big play to land that one and pick up the kill for his team. DragonX in the brush, bait the fight, and win it big time.
Yeah, they win massively. They're going to reward themselves with an Ocean Dragon. They're also even going to take some of the camps away from DAMWON. I mean, this game is so wide open right now for DragonX. Everything is just going their way. So it starts off with Beryl being allergic to hitting his ultimate. Pyosik does get chain CC'd, but was able to actually get that Zanya's off, transform into Spider, go up the Spider well. Beryl flashes over into red and actually Pyosik follows, gets to Deft, and then Nuguri just can't do anything, and Gangplank Ultimate turns out it's a pretty good ability. It's located on the R key that's on your keyboard.
I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Keria, by the way, hero play there at the end. Deft flashing a wall again for more kills. The guy absolutely not allergic to kills, that's for sure. Has 4 already. And has 2 items, including an Infinity Edge. Here comes Chovy, thinking about it. Finds 3, says, never mind.
Well,
although he is level 14 already
Valdez,
in this game.
Can you please calm down? The bottom tier 1 turret's about to get raised.
Surely it doesn't even, like, do the damage at all.
It's
an
terrible,
outer turret
isn't
at
it
20
terrible?
minute, and it does
awful.
half the turret's damage with no plates.
It's great. I love it.
It's definitely not an objective to...
If this was actually Monopoly right now, this would be the equivalency of collecting $20 or something, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Holy.
Community chest. Oh,
yeah.
Nice play by Keria. Perfect timing there, as Nuguri is all but dead. Pyosik over the wall. Might have been a Hextech flash. I'm not 100% sure. Able to get there on time either way, as that was one dead Akali.
Wait, hold on. Why does Nuguri have Morello? What healing?
The oranges. The oranges. I found it. It's the oranges. yeah, I mean, regardless of what item he had, he was going to die in this position anyway, as Keria just walls all over him.
This was really, really surprising. They valued flashing to kill him here, even though there was going to be no way that he could defend the follow-up push. And I mean, he already had a Morello. I mean, you don't need to add salt to the wound. There's actually just no healing. There's the Gangplank W. Why does he have Morello? Hold on, I need another photo of this.
Okay, here we go. Jumping on it. That's a big bullet time this time around. Pyosik on the chase here as DragonX just styling on them. Now, the perfect timing on that one, and it's not even the rune. It was that Zhonya's DragonX takedown 3, and it looks like DAMWON have all but fallen apart. DragonX moving on to the Baron as DAMWON seem at a loss for words and for what to do in this game. The mechanical skill and the way that DragonX are playing is pretty incredible. Really showing that they're a team to be reckoned with here in the LCK. We now have a 7-0 misfortune. Absolute misfortune right now for DAMWON.
Well, we take a look at the replay here. Nuclear just really far up. And the DAMWON Gaming team composition, it has to all be together. Doesn't really work that well against the DragonX one when it's super separated. And at this point in the game, there's really no recovering. They're going to be able to get double Ocean and then threaten Soul. This Baron is going to do so much for them. And that's if DAMWON doesn't lose the game in the next 2 minutes. And the items and the runes and everything just working against DAMWON in this game. I mean, you have Morello on Akali. She's finally going into what I assume to be Zhonya's. You have Rek'Sai building Black Cleaver, even though it's only Xayah and Rek'Sai doing the physical damage. And also you have Phase Rush on Syndra against DragonX here.
Yeah.
Very important. So,
interesting idea.
There's a lot of fundamental issues in this game, and when it's hit this point, when DragonX has this kind of a lead, I think it's pretty far-fetched to imagine a world where DAMWON come back.
Yeah, I'm getting close to asking you at what point did you know it was over? As we've seen a lot of weak Kianas. Speaking of weak, we have Nautilus who had to flash away from that one. Nice little try at a trade back from Pyosik, but either way, Nuclear taking an immense amount of damage. That's really what should be highlighted as the Baron buff still available here on the push. Chovy just deciding what lane he wants to massacre right now. Thinking about it as he's trying to get over the wall. There he goes. Inhibitor 1 is going to go down. Chovy, awkward spot here, is going to be able to get away. Doran pushing the bottom side. Baron, still 50 seconds left. Not going to push in yet. Oh, that's a big one. It happened so fast, I didn't even see it. I think it was a cocoon. As, oh boy, Bullet Time is actually going to get that kill. Looked like it was out of range, but it didn't matter. That's an 8-0 legendary MF coming out from Deft, who is having a massive day. Showmaker, I'd advise not running at the Nautilus. Maybe choose a different direction. Down goes the Xayah, and DragonX say, DAMWON? You mean Dom who?
Oh, like that Twitter random.
Yeah.